Hello, hello, hello. It's Christine. Time for day 9 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Let me see. It's by Cindy Brown. I'm not going to do the middle name. It's probably Thayer, but I don't know if it's, I want to guess wrong. What she has is she's got a 4x6 and a couple 4x4s, another 4x6. And it's kind of basically, a big square here. Titles down here with some journaling and a little scallopy edge here. She's been nice. She's given all kinds of wonderful measurements here. What I pulled out is actually a bit of I think it is an, and let's see, I got soccer pictures. That's what I got going on here. And I figured I could cut these. Okay, this is back when my daughter was 6 years old, I believe. Let me see, 2006. Yep, 8 years old. No, I don't know. 2006, y'all. She's born in 98, so I guess it's 8 years old. Anyways, got those. And then I have this selection here that's actually a photo play. I've got kind of a hodgepodge because I also have this little kit here that's a Hello Adventure, Keep It Simple. Y'all, I got several things from this company at convention. I need to see if they have anything online. I've never actually tried to find them online, but they have really nice. This is kind of Cartabelli-ish thick papers here. And they've had some that had the slick papers and some had the thicker papers. But anyways, the cool part is they have all these little options. I don't know that I'll use these. These are more campy. So, but I like the greens. I don't know. I'm going to get into this and kind of see what I got going on. I'm not sure why I picked these other than I just, was building little kits. And then I do have some little stuff here that's kind of campy. So I have to kind of go through this, see what works. And I have picked up a couple of these stickers here. I don't know what I want to call this thing other than maybe soccer game or something like that. They're kind of holographic. I don't actually love that they're holographic, but I do love the shape of them. I think they're kind of fun looking. So American Crafts. All right, let me cut the pictures, and I need to figure out my base. I kind of want to do the green, I think, because I think the green is a good background. And I have this hot pink. That might be why I picked this out now that I think about it. So this could be pretty, like it's something. So let me kind of get into this and figure out what I want to do here, and I'll be back on in a second. All right, gang, so I totally lied to you, and I decided to use that hot pink paper. Even though technically it has camping stuff on it, I'm going to use it as a mat for the actual layout, frame, I guess, for the layout. And you really can't see the actual pattern, but the pink worked with her uniform, so I kind of had to use the pink, y'all. Now, I've got the green. I've cut it down a 1/2 inch. She actually showed that on the sketch. It was a 1/4 inch on each side. So I trimmed the green paper to a 1/2 inch off two sides to make a 1/4 inch on each side. And then now I'm going to take my pictures, which I did cut the photos down, the two that I mentioned to you, 4x4. Here, I'm laying them in the wrong order, by the way, y'all. I flipped that in just a second. I realized, oh, shoot, no, that's the other way. But anyway, I got 4x4 and I got 4x6. This is actually one of the simplest layouts I think I've done in a long time. I don't add any embellishment really, y'all. And I went looking. I used to have so much soccer stuff, y'all, because if you've watched me for any length of time, my daughter played soccer for, my goodness, 15 years, something like that. She was aged 5 or 6 when she started, and she played until she was 20. So a really long time. And I don't have any soccer stuff left, y'all. I have like a ribbon, and that's about it. And I was like, holy cow, I've used all my soccer. How can that be? I still have tons of soccer photos. So I may end up buying some more soccer stuff, which is kind of crazy to me since my child is 25 years old and she don't play soccer no more. So, I mean, lesson learned. You can always be buying something out there, right? So anyway, I got the pictures. I did mount them on black cardstock. My initial thought, if I'm honest, was to allow the black to kind of frame the photos. But I kind of boo-booed, y'all. I take this plaid here, and I'm going to add my little scallop border to it. And that all goes fine and good. And then I turn around and I trim it to 10 inches. Well, y'all, I had cut the black cardstock to 10 1/4. I think 10 1/4, 10 1/2, whatever it was, to frame the photos. And so, yeah, I cut it too short. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just let it be that way. No, it didn't look right. So in just a minute, you're going to see. I'm going to end up cutting this up. And then I'm going to end up putting it at the top, realizing I've done it too short. And I'll trim the sides of the black cardstock off. So truthfully, you can kind of tell it's got black behind the photos. But really, you can only see the black at the bottom when I get done with it. But again, I don't actually even mind. I mean, it's all right. It's not. She didn't really show it doing that anyway on the sketch. And so it's my little add-in. That my little add-in had to go away. So here's where my little scallop border is. And I'm going to end up trimming, like I said, trim about 1 inch so I can tuck it down underneath the photos. And then I cut it too short. So I do the inch part here. And then I go, oh yeah, okay, I just need to cut this down to 10 inches and do. And here I go, boop. And then this is where in just a second, I'll realize I stuck that in there and I was like, oh shoot. So anyway, while I keep doing this, I'm gonna tell you just real quickly. So these photos here, this was her on a team. I think the name was Drama Queens. This was actually not a team that we technically coach. It was actually another lady was coaching it. It's a rec team, of course. I don't know why she's not in these pictures. And I don't know why my husband's wearing the whistle. So he must have already taken on the responsibility of assistant coaching, because this was a mom that was coaching, and I think she had a baby or something. I'm trying to remember, y'all, but keep in mind this was, what is this? My daughter's 20 years ago, so I can't remember all this stuff in great detail. Anyways, I'm sure my husband was helping. And the lady in blue, by the way, is my sister. She's probably giving her a pep talk, because what I can see is happening here is he is putting the goalie shirt on my daughter. And my daughter was not the goalie. She was definitely a defender. So she is probably having to step up and be the goalie. Not that she was bad at it or anything like that. That just wasn't her favorite position. So I'm sure my sister's giving her a little pep talk because she's fixing to have to go play goalie. And she didn't really ever play goalie. So that's okay. So this down here, I showed you those letters in the beginning, the little holographic letters with the cute little shape and everything, but I decided they weren't really going to show up on this black cardstock. So I went off into my stash and I found these kind of enamel letters. They're kind of puffy. There is texture to, or there's like a depth to them. They're puffy, but they have this cool little like shadow drawn or whatever with the white, and I thought that's going to stand out more nicely on the black cardstock. And so I'm going to use a little what is that glue? It's like an art glue. It's got the real fine tip on it, which is why I picked it. Normally I would use a Nuvo glue, but this had a real fine tip on it. And y'all, I don't know if I'm going to show this in the film or not. I don't remember now, but I can't find the little pin for the longest that goes into the little needle top there, the little stick pin. And I look, and then I finally, honestly, what I did is I always see, here I am. I'm like, where's that pin? Where's that pin? And inevitably, guys, if I set it aside and stop looking for it, it'll appear. And so I set the glue aside and I go, well, okay, I don't know where it's at. So I pick up my ATG, I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to let this down here. And y'all, in just a minute, I'm going to pick up the wax paper because I got to put the little stickers on where the journaling part was. And I go, okay, that looks pretty good. I'm still looking for that pen, y'all. And it's right there. Can y'all see it? It's a little orange end on it right there by the little writing pen. I don't see it yet, though. But I will in just a minute, and it's like it magically appears. I don't know how that happens. I can't find it. And then all of a sudden, there it is. I go, oh, there you are. So I put my pen back in there. So now I have this white pen here, and I'm going to just write April 06 on here, and then I'm going to decide, you know what? She said stitching on the sketch was optional. So I go ahead and just doodle me a couple of white lines around the outside of this, and that is all I'm going to do, y'all. So like I said, real simple layout. Actually didn't take me long at all. But I think it's cute. I think it's got the story going on here, and I think it's I like the colors and the pictures are documented. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. Make sure you do the like and subscribe and all the good YouTube-y things, little bell and all that. And of course, you can always check me out on Instagram at Scrapping Hardin, and we will see you next time. Bye.